Welcome back to an episode of Cool Story Bro.
Alright.
Today I'm with a very good friend of mine from all the way from Kota Kinabalu, Sabah,
man. Yeah, man.
Clinton Liu.
What's up, man?
MKNK.
Thanks for having me.
No, all good, man. It's a pleasure, man. It's been so long since we last spoke as well.
Yeah.
And you've been making a lot of
Music.
doing a lot of crazy shit now. Like
Yeah,
I
a lot
see
of
like you're
crazy
really
shit.
hustling, working with a lot of people.
Yeah, man. Gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
Yeah, man. So now you're known as mechanic,
MKNK.
which is also
Here.
mechanic.
If you can see it.
This is all mechanic.
Mechanic, yeah.
Mechanic. Why
Yeah.
MKNK?
Okay, so the story behind MKNK is that it's supposed to be mechanic at first,
Yeah.
but I was Googling mechanic and
So there is
mechanic, MeKNIK, is already taken by a metal band in Europe. So I was like, shit, I don't think I can take this. So I was like, MKNK sounds better.
But
Yeah.
why do you want to have associate yourself with the word mechanic?
Mechanic.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've been asked this a lot of times actually. So the reason behind it is because I wrote this song before called The Mechanic.
Yep.
And the song is basically about helping other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like mechanics, no disrespect to any mechanics, but most mechanics, like, you know, they are usually the ones driving the cars that are not so nice, right?
Yep.
But they help people fix their nice cars. So it's a
Yep.
metaphor for like how we always can help other people fix their problems, but
Yep.
we have trouble fixing our own.
Oh
in a
shit,
way.
that's deep, man.
Yeah. So that's the story behind it.
Yeah. But anyway, those who don't know who Clinton Liu is, he's basically a producer,
Yeah.
a musician, beat maker. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess he's producer as well, lah. So
Yeah.
he does a lot of things related to music. Also, he does like music for commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music for commercials. And I also do some curated events. I started this networking event.
Yep.
So yeah, it's basically to gather creatives together and yeah.
I actually saw that, but that one was more in KK or like.
Yeah. We did one in KK and
Yeah.
one in KL.
All right.
Yeah, so that was quite cool, man, to bring people together because we just like wanted to talk about how we can grow the industry together
Yeah.
and also connect people together.
Yep.
So quite a few people got collaborations from that event, so I'm pretty happy from it.
When is the next one?
Next one is coming soon, actually. We're planning one in March, but we don't have a fixed date yet.
Yep.
Everything is still in talks, but yeah, if you follow my Instagram, you'll find out.
I follow you on Instagram lah, but the
Yeah.
Instagram algorithm is weird lah.
Yeah,
It doesn't
algorithm is
really show
weird.
much nowadays.
Yeah.
But I've seen some of the stuff in your stories, what you did in KK. Like you
Mm.
get like all the, not just like musicians, you get like photographers,
Yeah.
videographers, like people from the creative background
Yeah.
all come together, which is pretty cool, man. And I think, at least personally, I think like in Malaysia, at least when it comes to music or any sort of creative work, it's really tough if you like on your own. There's no way
Yeah.
you can make it on your own,
It's tough.
especially in music, man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, you imagine, like, you know people and I know people, and like, you know, everyone else in this room knows people, right?
Yep.
So imagine if we gather everyone together and we connect all these like connections.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get like a pretty big database of everyone.
So you moved from KK to here for studies initially,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You studied at
ICOM,
ICOM, which is
Yeah.
like the music college.
music college. Yeah.
So
that was,
after that, you had a band,
yes,
right?
after
So
that,
it's
then
called GTX.
GT Experiment.
Yep.
Yeah.
So so now that you guys are like, from where the last time we spoke, at least now I know that you guys rebranded.
Yeah, we rebranded into
Yeah.
Vital Signals.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, we just wanted to have a fresh start. We decided that we weren't going to continue with the label. We had creative differences, so
Yep.
we both decided to go our own separate ways. And that was actually around the same time I started MKNK as well. So
Yeah.
MKNK and Vital Signals, they're two separate entities, but also the people working around it is also like around the same people. Yeah,
Oh, that's good, man.
yeah.
But I mean, it's great to see how much you've evolved as a musician.
Thanks, man.
Because I think we go way back, like we
Yeah,
go way back.
way
Probably like
back.
we were like this
Primary
primary
school?
school, we did the same
Yeah.
high school.
Same high school.
So like even when he was in the high school, you're like you have a YouTube channel.
yeah.
You played covers and shit like that.
That was
So,
a long time
Yeah,
ago.
man, and that was very different. If you ask me to compare you back like 10 years ago and until
Yeah.
today, the music, even like musically itself, like you've evolved very differently.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like
I
even the
think-
way you sing, the way you play, everything's just really different from when we first.
Yeah.
We
Come to think about it, right?
Yeah, it's
It's been a
damn
long
different, bro. It's
journey.
been a long journey, man. It's
Yeah,
been long, man.
And you play music too, right?
But
So
not-
like, yeah, you
yeah,
do your
but
covers.
not like you lah. I'm just like in the bedroom,
I
in
agree,
the
yeah.
shower, bro.
It's the same thing, man.
No, but it's good,
Same
man.
thing.
It's good to see how far you've got. Actually, I'm really proud that at least someone from Sabah is coming out to
Thanks, man.
do great things. Because I think there's not a lot of Sabah musicians that I know a lot of Sabahan people, like especially influencers or people who are like wants to be like famous or whatever lah. Most of them come here.
Yeah.
surprisingly. I think that's one example would be, I can't remember these chicks' names, but this one girl, she's friends with Celeste one. She's from Sabah, right?
Oh, what does she do?
I don't know, she's a model, I guess.
Natalie Prava.
Is she from Sabah?
Yeah, she's from
is it?
Sabah, man.
Yeah. So I guess in Sabah it's kind of tough, lah.
Yeah.
Especially, I think.
But she's making it quite big now.
She's huge, man.
Yeah.
I heard she's like full-time model for like.
I
Zalora.
walk around the mall and I'm
man.
like, yo, that's Natalie.
I mean, I didn't know she was from Sabah until I forgot who told me. Someone told me that. I'm like, oh shit, I did not know that. I thought she was literally from here.
Yeah, small
Yeah,
world, man.
But it's good to see it. I mean, obviously, I think. Do you agree or not? Like in Sabah, it's kind of tough to really want to get yourself out there.
Yeah, definitely. I think the connections there are a little bit tougher, and also it's just a smaller community there. That's why it's harder to branch out and do bigger things.
But I think pace-wise, it's also quite
slow.
Yeah, it's damn slow, bro.
It's a lot slower.
Like if you work here for like, I worked here for like maybe 10 years now.
Yeah.
When I go back for like a week,
Slower.
I'll be like, shit, man. Like you guys gotta like pick things up, man. I can't be sitting here like.
Yeah, you go to the government office and you're like,
Everything is
yo,
slow.
what the hell is
Everyone
going
slow,
on,
man?
man?
I'm not calling anyone out. I'm calling my friends out even.
Yeah.
These guys, when I go back, so when I started this business,
Yeah.
so I'll go back and like just share what I'm doing with them. So if I can help, I'll help them out.
Yeah.
When I went back, I set up a lot of meetings with a lot of people. But my gosh, right, they're like slow as fuck, dude. Like, cannot take it, man. I was back for 3 days only. I set so many meetings up. I end up, everybody just procrastinate.
Yeah.
Let's go for drinks instead of like actually talking about work. So I'm like,
Yeah.
shit. So I end up spending all my time there with nothing.
And you know what's the worst part about KK? Like, they say 15 minutes, right? They don't really have like the idea of like 15 minutes. It's like 15 minutes is 30 minutes, 10 minutes is like
It's
20.
a damn slow town, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the place. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. But it's just like, I mean, it's not only just Sabah. I think it's the same with like, you go to JB, it's the same. You go to like Terengganu, it's the same. Basically, I guess they're not like city, but I guess in a
It's
few
a smaller city. lah.
but in the next 10 years, Sabah will be different. Even now, it's like every time I go back, there's more and more shit building, man.
I think like the past few trips I've went back, every time I go back, I go to a new bar. It's like everything is popping up. So many new things.
Yeah,
so
man.
it's pretty
Yeah,
amazing.
because I saw
man.
pictures as well, and some of the bars are actually damn nice, man.
Yeah, man.
But and I asked people, oh, where is it? Where is this? Is it in KL? It's like, no, it's in KK. I was like, oh, wow. We actually have shit like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. But it's cool. It's cool to see. At the same time, I'm kind of happy Sabah is growing, but at the same time, I'm kind of sad that it's not the same as when we were younger.
Yeah.
When everything is like super chill. Drives to the city would take like, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Now it's like we have to sit in traffic, man. There actually
Yeah.
is traffic, dude.
So it's crazy, and more flyovers now. Remember
yeah, man.
when there was only one flyover in KK and
Bro.
everyone was like, yo, let's drive over this flyover.
flyover. But it's great. Even the one outside our house now.
Yeah, outside
It's
our
been
house,
there.
yeah.
It's mad, bro. It's like,
Yeah, bro.
it's been there for damn long. It's not even done.
Yeah.
And the roads
I
are
don't know
so
what's going
different.
on.
I actually needed to use Waze when I went back.
Yeah, apparently a lot of accidents happen there, you know.
All the time. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. Like, it's quite mad. It's a very weird looking
Yeah.
flyover.
It's like suddenly then the road closes and
Yeah.
you have to like drive left.
we used to have
or
a T
right.
junction, what?
Yeah.
Then now they close the T junction. They got a flyover. We have to
Yeah,
like
man.
go under the bridge to go to Damai. It's damn
Crazy
weird. eh.
shit.
Yeah, it's
Crazy
really
shit.
quite messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so how often do you go back and forth from here?
So I used to go back like maybe once or twice a year, but
Yeah.
now I try to go back more often. My girlfriend's back from Canada. She's there. And so I visit her, I visit my family. And also one thing I realized was that when I was here in KL, I've been in KL for a decade actually, since 2010.
Yeah.
So I realized that I was slowly losing connections from KK.
Yep.
And when I did my album launch last year in August, I realized like when I was inviting people in KL, I was like, how come I know more people in KL than KK? This is messed up, man. Like
Yeah.
KK is my hometown. Why don't I know like enough people there? So that it made me realize like, oh shit, I really need to go back and do something about it. And that's why I started that networking event in KK as well. And then now I'm just trying to meet more people and talk to more people. And true enough, like things started to pick up. I mean, KK is a small place, and I'm starting to get to know a lot of these people. And it's cool to see how like the people who are doing the most things are the people who really want to help each other out.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like usually people say like, oh yeah, I have a lot of haters and all these kind of things that, no offense to anyone, but those people usually they don't do that much. That's why they always like try to drag you down.
That's
They
true.
want to
Yep.
bring you down to
Yep.
their level. But if you're really working with someone who's doing a lot of things, they will constantly try to push you or help you in any way.
Yep.
So I'm glad to say that I'm meeting a lot of those kind of people now. And yeah, they're really giving me a lot of different opportunities.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Actually, I do agree with that. Like people who, I mean, haters are haters, lah, right?
Haters are
They hate
haters.
because they can't be. I mean, they can't do what you do.
Yeah.
But I don't think that if anyone actually puts effort to whatever they do, I'm pretty sure they can achieve anything they want.
Yeah, definitely.
So in terms of your music, so what is like in your pipeline this year? Like, you actually did you release an album?
I released one last year.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember,
but
yeah.
this year I'm going to try something which is pretty crazy. I didn't like the other day when I was sitting in the Grab in KK. I was telling myself, damn, like, what was I thinking? Because I just said that I was going to release a single every month, right? And I didn't think about the amount of promotions that I need to do and like music videos, and that's just one thing, like the planning, but the budgeting.
Yeah, man.
So now, because everything is self-funded, right? So I'm like, whatever I'm earning, I'm putting it back into my career, and it's taking a lot of money. Like music video sets, like each is like, you know, even when it's budgeted, it's like a few thousand ringgit. So it's like money in, money out, money in, money out. So it's pretty crazy, a lot of planning. But basically, that's what I'm doing. A song every month, and a music video with every single, hopefully, the new song every month.
Yep.
So yeah, that's quite exciting. The first song is called 2020, and it was released with a lyric video actually done by one of my this talented dude from Indonesia, Haris. So shout out to him. And yeah, it's doing pretty well on Spotify right now. It has about 8,000 plays so far.
Damn.
And yeah, it got featured in a Spotify curated playlist. So that's pretty
nice.
cool. And the next song is going to be called Mi Goreng. So that's pretty cool. It's going to be released on my birthday on the 27th. So look out for that. And
this month.
Yeah, we literally finished shooting like the music video yesterday. We did like 3 or 4 days of shoot, and pretty tiring, but it turned out pretty funny, so we're looking forward to that.
That's why you had the mamak lah.
Yeah, that's why we had the mamak.
But it's pretty. It's what, 3 days, right? Your shoot.
Yeah, 3-day shoot.
So it was all for that same song.
The same song.
Shit, man.
Yeah,
because
because of budget constraints and everything, we had to meet with everyone's timing. And you know, in Mamak, we cannot shoot too early because it's busy, so we can only shoot it later at night. So yeah.
But you guys had to like make a deal with the mamak, or like?
Yeah, apparently like. This is pretty funny because I was talking to the director, and I think we were talking about how did he manage to get it. So he was like saying, oh yeah, I grew up in this mama basically. Like I've been here for the past 10 years. And then he said he told one of the waiters there that we are going to shoot there, and he was supposed to tell the boss. But when we arrived with the equipment, the boss was like, what's going on? And then the waiter was like, yeah, I told you the other day, right, that we were going to shoot. So he's like, well, I guess we're shooting.
I was like, okay with it lah.
Yeah, okay with it. They're pretty chilled, yeah. And they let us use like the counter and everything. And I think like, I'm not sure if you know Colin Chin, the guy with the tattoos. Yeah, so he is the main talent. So yeah, they allowed him to fry in the kitchen with the wok and everything. So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
But okay, so I think it's rap today, right? There's like comedy rap. And then there's like rap. So are you like comedy rap or you rap?
For me, I don't really like to put myself into a category. It's like I don't even think of myself as a rapper. I just love hip hop. Like growing up listening to Eminem. Yeah. So I think I'm a little bit of both. Like I do serious rap, but I also like to do like funny rap. Right. Because funny rap is like there's no limit to what you can or cannot write. Yeah.
And I feel like it's actually quite fun lah. The funny stuff, like people like Lil Dicky or like, there's so many of these people now. Even Big Shaq. These guys are like crazy, man. I mean,
Lonely Island.
As much as people say that, lyrically it's not great, but it is quality. Like I feel like it's good lah. It's good. It's funny.
I mean,
it's catchy.
If it makes you laugh, it's probably thought out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, even if it's like it sounds stupid, but it made you laugh. So that shit is actually not that easy to write.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
If anything, I feel like it's even harder.
Yeah, it's even harder.
Yeah, you gotta commit to the whole thing, man. Like it's not easy.
You gotta think about like, okay, are people gonna like actually respond to this?
But do people actually fuck with it?
Yeah,
do people actually relate to it? Yeah, it's tough, man.
Yeah. Man.
But so you do both, like I mean, I guess for you, you're like, are you more of a producer, or like do you prefer to be, the one that's actually you're producing for yourself, or you produce for people? Because I see like. At least last year, you collaborated with a lot of people. Yeah,
quite a few people. I would say both. Like I love working with people, and it's. I think one of the most underrated things about being a producer is that when you work with someone, you actually get a connection with them. So when you tell them how to sing, you kind of see into their soul and who they are, and you understand how they are as a person. I don't know how to.
No, I get it.
Yeah, but there's that. But for me, I also like to share what I already have. So like the music that I write when I sing or when I rap. Yeah. So I would say I would like both. Yeah.
But like for you today, as a musician, have you like what is your goal in terms of like mid 2020? Like what are you planning to do this year? Are you like besides just releasing one song every month? Is there anything else that like are you doing more shows? Are you doing like
Yeah, we're definitely playing more shows. I'm planning to do like more festivals. That's what we're aiming for. And also besides that, I think the most important thing is just trying to build the name, build a brand like MKNK. So now I'm trying to put it everywhere. Doing a few more of my own events, doing a few shows in KK and maybe some here as well. One thing we realized that it's pretty tough to get shows now whenever you're a new artist.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been around for like a decade here, but because I've rebranded, it's like I'm starting new again. And because like in my previous band, I was known as the keyboardist. So now I'm coming out to become an artist, right? So yeah, it's pretty tricky to do all that, but one thing I realized is that once I start to do my own events, that's when the word gets spread out more. Yeah, so
I mean that's good though. It's a good way of promoting yourself as well.
yeah,
And I think it's actually quite tough to like get yourself out there, especially in terms of music.
yeah,
I think in Malaysia it's one of the toughest places to really break through as an artist,
especially in the English industry.
Yes.
The English scene.
Yeah.
In the Malay and the Chinese scene is pretty
Slightly easier
slightly easier, but English, it's pretty tough.
Man.
But it's slowly picking up. I mean, there's so many amazing acts now, amazing musicians. Yeah, I think we are entering the golden era of music again in Malaysia.
I mean, I do hope to see, because now I think we can still count with like one hand how many people actually made it out of Malaysia, and which is like I think 2 or 3. There's not a lot.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of people.
yeah.
But it'd be nice to see, people get picked up from, like to do shows in the States or like to get signed by a big label.
Yeah.
Because even here, I think the reasons why a lot of artists don't survive is because the labels that sign them, they don't pay them much.
Yeah, there's actually no money involved.
Yeah.
They just fund whatever you want to do.
But it's not even to say like they fund a lot also, right? Like
yeah, mostly like music videos and everything. But I think that's the biggest problem about labels, and that a lot of people are starting to realize is that in labels, people think like, oh, we're gonna get a record deal, we're gonna get like million ringgit, up front, but it's not that way. Yeah. They invest in whatever your marketing plan is, and sometimes you have to come up with the marketing plan yourself because they might not have the team, right?
Yep.
So yeah, and once they invest the money, they put the money in, they expect to get that same amount in return. So imagine if they put 20,000 into your music video, how are you gonna earn that back? Let's say you do shows, right? But if you're just starting out, most of the time you're doing free shows. Either that or you have to take like corporate events where you might not even play your own songs.
That's right.
So it's very fucking like contradicting.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the problems. But if both sides understand what they're in for, then I think it worked really well.
But I think like you said, when people think about getting acquired by a label, everybody just straight away jump the seat. It's like, you know what, let's do it.
Yeah,
because in your mind it's like, oh shit, I already made it. But actually that's the real test, man. That's where you actually really gotta like, that's where because it's not that easy. Like, just get signed by a label and ultimately makes you rich.
Yeah. Or make you famous or anything.
You still gotta hustle even harder, man. You gotta like produce more shit. You gotta like do more shows. Like you said, like just to cover all the costs that you need to that they will be spending on you.
And then also like you might not even get that creative freedom anymore. Like you have to go through so many people, and then they will be like, I don't like this, I don't like that. Yeah. But the problem with that is that just because one person doesn't like it doesn't mean like another 10, 20,000 people doesn't like it. So that's how do you justify that? So it is really a flawed process.
It's very tricky.
Very tricky. Unless like I said before, if everyone is in the same mindset, then I think it will work really well.
But it's tough, man.
Yeah.
Which is so I spoke to like a couple of producers who's been around for quite a while. So a lot of people like a lot of people ask this question like, so if let's say I'm into psychedelic music, right? And that shit doesn't sell here.
Yeah.
But I really like doing that.
Yeah.
But let's say, what he told me is like, okay, so basically, you like doing what you do, but usually whatever you like usually don't sell.
Yeah.
So
sometimes. Yeah.
So basically, he's telling like, okay, so you gotta sell out, do stuff people want to hear, and then just put like 1 or 2 songs which is stuff you want to hear.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that process? Does it? Because I feel like you say, I feel like it's contradicting the musician that I am.
Yeah.
Right. If I do that, I feel like that's not really me wanting to do music anymore. So I'm just like trying to do music to survive. It's no longer fun anymore. So for you, would you do stuff like that, or would you just like fuck it, I'm just gonna do what I want to do?
I think for me, like when I was signed to the label, in the beginning, that was the mindset actually, because sometimes you gotta give or take, and it depends on what you want as an artist. So for us, we wanted to be famous and all that kind of shit, right? We wanted to play big shows, and we actually got to play a few big shows because of that. I feel, we did like some pop songs and everything. Some of it wasn't really what represented us, but it's just what we thought sells at that time. But going back to that, I think probably the right thing to do is, you can sell out, and everyone sells out, right? Everyone who kind of makes it sells out at some point doing something that they didn't want to do, right? But it's all about what you can compromise, like what are you willing to give up, what are you willing to do. So for me right now, when I release my album, I talked to a few A&R people and everything, and a few of them told me that your album very rojak lah, like a lot of things. And I was trying to explain it to them. I was saying it's pop, and there's like a little bit of hip hop, a bit of rock, and everything. Because for me, every time I listen to an album, I realize that a lot of the songs are the same, right? Like from track 1 to track 10, it's like the feel of the song is the same. So for me, I was like, I want to tell the story, but it doesn't really work right now. Like people who are doing that are usually bigger artists like Beyonce or like Kanye. Like they are guaranteed, they have guaranteed listeners, so they don't need to worry about that. But I guess to really break into the listeners' playlist or whatever you want to call it, you have to really perhaps create something that they like, but also represents who you are as an artist. So that's that.
Even for you, I mean, I think like marketing yourself is very important.
Yeah.
Because I've seen like the stuff that you do, which like you take like random the plastic bags and shit like to make sounds with those and make a beat out of it. Right?
Yeah.
So I think those kind of stuff actually really works really well, man.
It gained a bit of traction, so that was cool.
Because people, I mean, it's nice to see, because you don't get to see a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
At least like what people do with music nowadays. Like, because even there's a lot of things I didn't know about making music. So I did a bit of research, like probably like last 1 or 2, and I realized a lot of producers or musicians like Tyler the Creator or like Joji. So like the drum kits, they'll use like water droplets on metal and shit. Like, so I didn't know that it's even like possible to to like make a drum kit out of things like that.
Yeah,
it's quite crazy. Man. It's crazy.
It's crazy. There's this show on YouTube that you should check out. It's called like Beat in a Box or something like that. So they give you like a box of like tools that you have to use to make a beat.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like someone used a balloon and then he popped it up and then he poop 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 and he made a kick drum. Yeah, damn, and he's like a Grammy-winning producer, hip hop producer and crazy shit.
Shit, man, that's dope, man. But I think last year, I mean, I don't know if you agree with me or not, lah. So at least last year or the last 2 years, I feel like hip hop is growing crazy. Yeah. And also like, I don't know, man, lo-fi hip hop has been like picking up like mad as well, man. Yeah, that shit is dope.
I think it's getting there, man. Like
it's
like your theme song.
I fucking love lo-fi because it's so easy to make lo-fi music. I mean, okay, maybe not like great ones, but it's easy to start lah.
Yeah, it's
easy. It gets you, and you don't have to make it very long. Like a minute or 2, and it's easy to make. It's fun. Yeah. So I just kind of explored that, and I fucking loved it. Like it's damn fun, man.
And one of the things about those kind of music is that you can listen to it over and over again.
Because it's very chill. Yeah. It's so chill, and it's just like really, it's easy to listen to lah.
It puts you into a mood.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, so like, because nowadays like everyone is listening to lo-fi music.
Yeah.
Everyone. It's crazy, dude. Like, so for you now, like, what is your direction now? Are you just gonna stick to? Because I know you can sing, I know you can rap, I know because you're like basically you play a lot of instruments. You're like keyboardist, you play guitar. So are you gonna stick to just doing rap, or are you still gonna venture out into doing like like for you as yourself lah?
I guess it really depends. I like to constantly push myself to grow, and for me, as for now, it's mostly like singing and rapping and making songs, but I do see myself doing something that's like beyond music, beyond just like making tracks, because I want to be able to make an impact to people, in any way I can, and just share whatever knowledge that I've learned along the way, because I feel like I may not have had the toughest journey, but I had a pretty tough journey. Yeah. So yeah,
Nah, I've seen
Mostly
you. I've
something.
seen you guys when you guys started GTX. Man.
Yeah.
It's very
Even
far from where you've gone.
From high school, man.
Yeah, man.
Like, you know, that shit. Yeah,
man.
we came a long way here. Even for
Definitely,
you, bro. You came a long way, man.
I
Getting where you
really,
are.
I never really thought I'd see myself here in this building today.
Yeah,
bro,
bro.
honestly, but it's quite a surprise. It's been quite a random ass.
Yeah,
You know how I got here is damn random as well.
Damn
It's not-
random.
It's super random, man.
Yeah, out of nowhere, I remember you telling me, oh yeah, I'm starting my own production house.
Yeah, man. No, because
agency.
we were working. I was working with Fisherman.
Yeah.
And then we had the recording.
had a job
so,
together.
So I met you. I was like, oh shit. So then we went to, because they usually do their audio recording at GTX.
Grand Theft
Grand
Records.
Theft Records, yeah. So then when I went there, I saw you. I was like, hey, this place is so familiar. Eh.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. I was like,
And
oh,
you saw my face on
yeah,
the
then I
wall.
was like, oh.
I'm not sure you
Yeah,
see.
so I saw it. I was like, hey, oh, so Clinton is here working with you guys. Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Then I was like,
small world, man.
Even after that, so I think our first job together was coconut water.
The coconut water
Yeah,
job.
man,
Yeah, bro.
That shit's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I remember sending you some references. Oh man, that was a fucking funny job, man.
I know, I was so close to doing it myself. You know?
Yeah,
like
right.
he actually asked me to do
Yeah.
it myself, but I was like, oh fuck, it's too much, not enough time, lah. So
Yeah,
then
yeah.
and I found out it was you because they put this in the group, and then I saw your name in the group.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I was
Clinton,
like,
you?
Yeah, I was like, Yim? I don't know
was
any
like-
other Yim in
Yeah,
KK,
so don't
eh?
know not Clinton. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, somehow it's you. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, it's small world, man. Even after that, I met Christabel Lau.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
even
she in
we also
advertising?
end up working on the same job as well.
Oh.
Yeah, for like
What's she doing now?
she's doing like PR, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's, I think she's doing PR. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, so we met at the client's place, and then we found out that we are both gonna work side by side. I was like, oh shit, so it's quite random lah.
It's
Like,
really crazy if you think
Yeah,
about
man.
it. It's like we're from the same high school and
Exactly,
then now
yeah.
we're in another city.
they end up in the same industry. Man.
Yeah, same fucking industry. That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy, dude. It's damn small in the world. It's damn
Yeah.
scary. When I met you guys, I was like, wow, shit. I never thought I'll see people from KK here.
Yeah,
because it's not a lot.
same.
Most of the people that I grew up with, they're all still there. None of them is here.
Yeah, and they're either doing something else like that is not in like
Yeah.
advertising or
Bro,
like,
I go back and I explain to them what I do. They just think I sell sneakers. Bro. So
Bro, it's okay, man. Like a lot of my family members are convinced that I don't even do work. You
Really?
know, because you know how my schedule is,
Yeah.
I can just
It's
work
flexible,
anywhere.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
flexible, you know. So they're like, why aren't you in office? Why aren't you, doing this? And they I think a lot of them still think I get money from my parents and everything. I'm like, no, man.
But it's
None of
it's
that
very
shit.
weird because at least our parents' generation, they don't get it. Man. Like even
Yeah.
when I was working for a startup, so we are allowed to work from home and shit. Like, right? When I work from home, they'll be like, "Oh, you ponteng you don't go to work." I was like, "Well, my boss let me work from home Then they're like, "Oh, you should go to the office lah." I was like, "It's far right? Okay, work from home
they
chill
don't
lah.
get it.
Just like it's simple work It's not like I have to go out and
Yeah.
meet people or anything. They don't get it, man. Even
Yeah.
until today, also like they will ask me, or when I try to tell them what I do, they'll be like, "Oh, can you?" They keep thinking I sell shoes. I explain to them what I do already, but they still keep thinking I sell shoes. So I'm like, every time I go back to see my family or like relatives, they'll be like, "Oh, do you know where to get this pair of shoes?" Or like, "Oh, can you help me get this pair of shoes?" I was like, "Well, that's not my job though." Like I help these brands, I market for these brands. I don't sell shoes, man. They're like, "Oh, is it?" But they don't get it lah. Until now, I gave up explaining to anyone anymore.
No point lah.
Yeah, so
You
I'm just like,
just
yeah.
do you, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they will see
At
it.
the end of the day, I get bread to eat.
Yeah.
It's good enough for me lah.
That's true, man.
Yeah, man. So, but your parents, do they support what you do?
So yeah, I told this story a few times about my mom. When I first told her that I was gonna do music, she laughed at my face. She was like, "You music?" Because my mom was a piano teacher.
Right.
So she told me, "You don't even practice. How are you gonna do music?"
Right.
You know. But after that, I think they saw like how committed I was into doing it, and I really spent a lot of time practicing and like writing music and everything. And I remember my dad just telling me, just do whatever makes you happy and make sure it pays you enough to have a decent living. You don't need to be rich, just as long as you're comfortable, you're fine and you're happy. Yeah. So I guess I can say that I'm really blessed lah. And there were actually a few times during like my music career, especially in college, that I wanted to quit music.
Yeah.
Because it was so tough. I was with this bunch of people who were so talented, and they could play like 10 times better than I could. And no matter how hard I work, I would never be at their level. So I was like thinking, what am I doing here? Like I will never be like them. So I actually told my parents a few times, I think I want to change course and do business or something and maybe do music on the side. At least I can earn some money, But they told me, no, just stick with it, Yeah, it will pay off soon. And and that was, I think right now when I'm reflecting back, I realized that it didn't really matter. I didn't really need to play at their level because everyone has their own strengths, right? So it was more about like understanding what was my passion and how I could do it the best.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like honestly, like even for me when I played initially, because I had to learn everything on my own. I never went for classes, never do shit like that, right?
Yeah,
so
I
my
remember that.
first guitar teacher was who?
Who?
Bruce.
Bruce.
Jesus Christ, that
Rusurin
motherfucker,
Yaakob.
that guy is like a piece of shit. You know, he taught me like, I think he taught me like 2 chords. Right? After that,
I think I remember that. I think I remember that. That's
I went, the first time I picked up a guitar was, I think I was like, what, 18. Then I took like $200 from my mom. And I told her like, oh, I want to play guitar. So I don't know how, it was an argument. I had to argue very long for that money. So we went to City Mall. There was a Yamaha there.
Oh yeah, there's
So I picked up like a $200 guitar.
Okay.
So I learned from Bruce. I think I learned from him for like, I don't remember, like one. He taught me 2 chords only. After that, I cannot rely on him anymore. He's just like, he's not a good teacher.
Yes.
No offense, Bruce, but yeah. But it was fun. I mean,
watching this.
Yeah, man, I don't think he watches my shit, but
No,
I think maybe he
I'll
watches
make sure you watch it, man.
That's why he watch. Make sure
Yeah.
he watch. I tell him to call him out here,
Yeah.
When he taught me how to play the guitar.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Then after that, because the time also I'm studying here, so I'm like always back. Every semester break,
You guys
I'll go
moved
back.
here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because my whole family is here now. Our house is still there, but it's like pretty much abandoned already.
Mostly your maid is staying there,
No, man, she's here also.
She's
now.
here also.
Yeah, man, nobody's
So no
there. Like
one's
we only
there.
go. I think like my brother goes back, or like my mom will go
Chinese
back
New
once in a
Year.
while. Yeah. No, Chinese New Year also don't go back already. Like for like 10 years, I haven't celebrated Chinese New Year in UK, man.
Wow. Do you miss it there?
Bro, every Chinese New Year here, I don't get to gamble, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I only gamble with the people in the off. Well, I
Office,
cannot say this. I cannot say on the camera. We don't gamble here.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't gamble
Nothing
here.
happened.
Yeah, there's no gambling involved.
No.
We only go to Genting to gamble. Yeah, man, like the vibe, I feel like the CNY vibe here, because I celebrate Ipoh with my relatives.
Yeah.
My relatives are like, they're not like as fun anymore. They're like too cool for school. So at least in KK, you know, like I remember last time it was crazy, man. Like when we had open house, right? Like 4 or 5 of us would have the same open house on the same day.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna have to like hop around lah. So
Yeah.
they'll come to mine first. Then after that, we're done here. We'll go to another fella's.
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy, man. It's fun lah.
And then you end up the night in a
Yeah.
club, you know. That's usually how it
man,
happens.
it's crazy, but yeah, man, I missed that. Like, I haven't celebrated them long already. But
Next one, man. Next
yeah,
one.
probably like in the next few years, hopefully, I really want to go back there and because I haven't really enjoyed much of KK for a while. I haven't been back for a very long time already. But that's for weddings lah. Now people get
Yeah.
married and go back.
Yeah, true also.
Because most of the things I do is all here, so it's
Yeah.
it's not easy. It's not that easy to go
And
back.
I think one of the things is like a lot of people in KK are starting to settle down as well. So they have their own lives, you know.
man.
It's hard to even like call them out for coffee or anything like that.
They
or
used to drink every day, man. Now they just the party life just like died already.
Died.
Everybody just like either drink at home
Especially
or like
when they have a kid. That's
Yeah,
it.
man.
You don't need to see them anymore, man. Yeah.
Any of your friends got kids yet?
Yeah, because
Oh,
some
yeah.
of them, man. Yeah, I have friends who like, we used to drink every weekend, and once they got married, then it got a little less. Once they had a kid, maybe like once or twice a year, you know, that kind of
shit,
thing.
man.
So, but it's okay, I understand.
It's a new chapter for even for you as well. Eventually, if you get kids, it's gonna be the same to you, lah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, ever since I moved here, I think I lost contact with a lot of people from KK. Because at least when some of them were here studying, it was still okay. Like, until now, I think we literally don't. I mean, not we don't talk. Like when we talk even with Bruce, I
Yeah.
mean, I talk to him like twice a year.
Twice a
If I
year.
don't see him, it's like twice a year over the phone. It's his
Yeah.
birthday or like some other day when
And-
he tells me he's coming here or something.
And then motherfucker will like, out of nowhere, like, hey,
Yeah,
bro,
man,
how are you
like-
doing? Wait, what's up?
I mean,
Rindu lah, bro.
no, he like literally like I think a few 2 months ago or something. He came here.
I think
Yeah, he came. He was with you. I think
Yeah,
he,
he was
he
with-
called me on the day that he's here. So I'm like, how long you here? 2 days. So I'm like, I'm really
That's
busy
Bruce.
already. So I'm like, shit, man. You could have told me like a month ahead. There, at least I can go and meet you lah.
Yeah.
But man, that guy is like but I don't even know.
Busy
Like he's
man.
all over the place. It's China, KK, KL, wherever he is. But I'm good to see he's good.
Yeah, I'm happy for him, man.
You know the funny thing is like, because me and him because we stay literally like
Yeah, in the same
what,
taman.
yeah. So our parents will look at us and be like, these two are like the useless one. Bro, we were bad shape, bro. Because when we were 14, we were smoking, man. We were like, we're doing all the shit that people should be doing.
And like driving around.
Yeah,
with
driving
no
around with no license.
Yeah.
We drove like 15 or 14.
Yeah,
we
man.
stole my mom's car. We take Bruce's mom's car, or like the other fella. Like then
man.
all this kind of shit. So our parents were like so set on the fact that we are not gonna do anything when we grow up.
Hey,
Really.
but look at you guys today.
Yeah, so
man.
exactly. Like
Both
when I look
business
back, when I met
owners.
him, so I'm like, shit, dude. Actually, think about it, we fucked up so much back then, right? But I think today, right, the ones that we expect to like, do big things now. Actually, we're doing bigger things, man. So we're like,
Yeah.
it's like shit.
Yeah.
So I'm actually quite happy to see that we don't end up doing the dumb stuff anymore.
I think sometimes you have to go through that shit, you know.
Yeah, no,
Then
because
you
I think it's good because we do it young.
Yeah.
So when we get older, we don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So like fuck that. Down that shit. This kind of shit is old for me already. Like we just
Yeah,
gotta do.
man.
We do actual stuff now, which is I feel it's good, man. It's a good
Yeah.
growth. At least with Bruce as well, I see so much difference, man.
Yeah, I think not a lot of people. I can say this for us that not a lot of people can do the things that they actually wake up being happy to do. I'm pretty sure for you, it's like,
I'm happy. To do
yeah,
it,
like this is crazy, man. Like coming into the office, I was like, damn, bro,
It's
come
our-
on, man.
it's our
Like
milestone,
from
man.
two KK boys, like, you know, coming.
You should have seen our old office. Man. Our office is a vibe, man.
I remember you telling me like it was a small space, right?
It's like a
Somewhere in
storeroom
KL.
like that. It's a storeroom like that. But
Hey, but that's the beginning. Def Jam started in a dorm room, you know.
that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So for you now, like when you travel back and forth, so every time you go back, you have a plan of collaborating with people, or do you just go back just to, you know?
Usually
set
there's
something
something to do. Like this time I'm going back for my birthday. So
Well,
it's
that's-
like purely for myself. You gotta be selfish sometimes.
up? Okay, it's your birthday,
Yeah,
it's once
but-
a year. Why not?
Yeah,
right?
but I have like some interviews as well along the way and like some meetings to set up,
Yeah.
planning some events. But you know, the funny thing is I was just talking to someone about this the other day, about how like traveling back and forth. Like now I'm here almost like 2 weeks and KK 2 weeks and back and forth.
Shit, man.
But it's really tiring. But
Yeah, man.
I realized that I'm actually more productive. It's weird because now, like you said, right, you procrastinate when you are in the same spot for a long time.
Yeah.
But now that I realize I don't have the luxury of procrastination anymore, like I have to make use of all my time. So whatever meetings I have, like I was trying to like set it up to make my days full and make sure I don't like waste any time. Of course, have some time to rest and chill, but mostly it's about like I remember my girlfriend telling me that sometime last year, you know, during your downtime, this is when you should work on your career and think of what's the next step, right? Because before this, I would just like watch Netflix and be depressed. Like, why is there nothing happening in my life? Like, oh, I'm so sad, you know? But now it's more of like, okay, now I finally have time to chill a little bit. What's the next step? How can I continue to build my brand? And I think like developing that mindset, it really helped me to grow a lot more now. And it seems like everything is a lot clearer.
Yeah. But it's true though. Like to be honest, I think everybody, if you want to do something, they can do it.
Yeah.
It's just really starting it is the toughest part,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that tough. It's just really, it's the mind,
It's the mind, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like going to the gym, you know? Yeah, it's the same
It's
shit,
really when
man.
you go to the gym, you start working out, you realize it's not that tough,
Yeah.
It's just really just moving your ass and just getting
Yeah.
there. It's always the free hardest
And
part. Man.
it gets addictive when you see the results. you
Yeah,
know?
man. Like
So
for
it's
even
the
same
same
for me,
with
man.
life.
Like I was like, oh, weird as fuck. Then I just
Yeah, bro,
started.
you look
going
fit now, man.
No, man. Now I fat again. Eh. It's fit.
Never. Hey, bro.
Hey, you also okay, You also okay, Never mind, you got
I-
girlfriend already, so
I
it's
got-
different. When you got girlfriend, it's
Girlfriend
relationship weight, bro.
Yeah,
It's normal,
relationship
man.
weight.
Yeah, man, it's
Yeah.
normal.
Before that, I was like, okay, almost getting my six pack and everything. Then after
Yeah.
that, I'm like, okay.
It's okay, like you don't need a
Yeah.
six pack anymore. Now
Yeah.
she needs a pillow to cuddle.
Now she needs to be out.
It's okay, man. So from all your songs that you made so far, that you put up,
Yeah.
which one is your favorite project?
Ooh, that is already released.
Yeah, there's already released.
Wow, that's a good question. I think it would probably be Better Believe.
Better Believe.
Yeah. I think
That was
that's-
also the highest listen on Spotify, right?
no, that was Nasty was the
That
highest.
still was nice.
So highest so far at 20,000.
Mm.
But Better Believe, I think it just hit 1,000.
Mm.
But there wasn't like enough marketing done to it as well. I have to say that. But I remember it was written during a very depressing time in my life.
Mm.
So I remember growing up and seeing other people getting depressed, right? And I go like, what? How can this person get depressed?
Yeah.
I don't believe in depression. And I was like, I will never ever get depressed. You know, I was so naive to think back then. But when it hit me, it was like a fucking break, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit. And I started having like panic attacks and everything. And I don't even know like what's happening with my body. And that's when I started realizing like, oh, I couldn't sleep at night. Because I remember sitting 3 or 4 o'clock in my house because I stay alone, right? So I would sit in the darkness and just sit there and chill. Like I cannot do anything. I cannot sleep. And every time I tried to close my eyes and sleep, there was like 1,000 voices screaming in my head. And I was just like, fuck, this is so crazy. And literally I close my eyes. I have to fucking wake up again and close and wake up. So I have to really distract myself or really like, you know, like get high, like drink alcohol or, you know, whatever. And get to a point where I was so tired that I could just sleep and wake up the next morning.
Yeah.
So I think it was during that time when I really discovered like my own religion again and my own faith. And it like, I remember when I was writing that song, I was like, holy shit, like this is just like a conversation with me and God. And it was really crazy because I felt like I lost contact. I lost that connection. But for a while when I was writing that song, I remember that while writing the whole thing, I was literally like tearing up and crying the whole time. And even when I was recording, I was just crying. And it was just something I had no control over, you know. And it was really very, how you say, it really made me think like, why am I feeling this way? And I remember right after I finished recording that song, I felt like a weight has been lifted. It wasn't the full thing, but a big chunk of it. I can finally be vulnerable, and I can finally understand what it truly means to be human, you know, because I think a lot of us, like I can speak for myself, last time, whenever we feel down on anything, we don't want to talk about it. You want to be manly, you know. Don't want to say, yeah, I'm sad right now. You know, you don't want to say that shit that makes you look weak, but it doesn't make you look weak. It makes you like stronger because you understand your own emotions, right? So that song, I have to say, it was something that really helped me understand a lot of that. And surprisingly, when I talk to a lot of people, they actually resonate with that song, even though I didn't expect that song to be picked up. But a lot of people tell me like, no, this is a song I listen to a lot. And I have some friends who even tell me I listen to that every day. Damn. So I'm like, wow, you know, and I think it means something when you do something that's from the heart. You know, it sounds cheesy as fuck, but
no, it's true, man.
Yeah, it's
the
true.
cheesiest shit are usually the real shit.
Yeah, the real shit lah. It's just oversaid.
Yeah, I mean, everybody say it a lot because it's true, man.
Yeah,
I can relate to it, but I do agree with you, man. Like, but I think with the Asian culture, depression is a big problem.
Yeah,
a very, very big problem. Like, you know, I think a lot of us has been through depression. We just don't know it because our parents never really educated or never really acknowledged the fact that, you know, my kid is a bit, you know, depressed. They just be like, oh, it's just one of those days, you're sad, just fuck it.
Yeah, our parents as well, I don't think our parents and their parents weren't given the chance to be depressed, you know. They would just like struggle, hustle for the next generation.
For them, they cannot afford to be depressed.
Yeah, they cannot afford to be depressed. So that's even more fucked up.
Yeah, man.
You know?
So it's really like, I mean, I do hope that at least in the next generation, at least after our generation, it definitely would be a bit less crazy. I think it's better because at least we have now, it's widely talked about, which is good.
Mental illness.
You know, and it's kind of sad to see a lot of people die to depression. Yeah. It's really like, you know, the famous people.
Yeah.
I mean, not counting out the fact of the not famous people. Just I don't know your names.
Yeah.
You know, but, you know, like it's really, you know, you never know. Like, this guy just looks like damn happy. All of a sudden, you just not see him anymore. It's like shit.
Yeah. And do you know, like, one of my friends, he's studying psychology right now, right? So he told me that KK actually has the highest amount of depressed people.
Shit.
Like, according to studies. How crazy is that, right? You would think like a place that's so chill is like a place that a lot of people are happy, but I think it's just a lot of people are I don't know how true it is. It's just based on my own assumption. Probably they are not chasing after what they really want to do. Yeah.
And I guess a lot of them wouldn't know where to start. To be honest, because resources-wise, you don't have a lot there, right? Compared to like what we can get here.
Yeah. But there are people making it there. So I think it's really just making the effort to just do something and stick with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think it's the thing about making music, right, and how music resonates with emotions. You can really use that to channel into music. Yeah. Which I think is great, especially like there's a lot of great songs, man, about depression, about all kind of stuff, and I think it really helps a lot of people. Yeah. And I think it's a great thing, like, you know, like how people tell you that, you know, I listen to this every day because I can relate to it. You know, I can relate to how you feel when you sing that song. And there's a lot of songs out there today that actually helped a lot of people. And it's good in a way because it makes you honest as a musician. And I think and music is a very strong thing. I think it's a very powerful thing. People actually it's not just something you listen to every day. It's something that actually, you know, like when I listened to indie music when I was younger, you know, I really honestly think that, oh fuck, it's singing about my life.
I know what you mean, man.
Right. It's like when you listen to a song, when you start singing, shit, man, I can relate to this so much. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. For me, it was every Jay Chou song when I was younger. I was like, how did he know about this?
Jay Chou is a very sad guy.
Very sad
guy, man. Yeah, I totally fucking him when I was in like his 8-dimension album was the shit. Back then, I loved that shit, man.
Good.
Yeah, it was dope, man. But anyway, well, it's not the end of the podcast yet. Okay. So obviously you're a beat maker and you're a producer. So, you know, you're gonna show me some of the stuff today. Show me some magic, man. So
we're gonna make a beat today, from scratch. Prepared a little something. So I remember you told me that you have your own theme song for this, right? So I was thinking to do like a remix of it, like some sort of it. So I don't know how we're gonna do this yet, but maybe you can do a quick sound check first.
Let's do a quick sound check.
Okay.
Can you hear?
How's that? Yeah. Okay, let me bring this up a little bit. How the levels there? Is it peaking?
Okay. Yeah, so speaking up.
Okay, maybe I'll bring it down a little bit softer. You can bring it up later if you want. Okay. Okay, ready?
Yeah, man.
Okay, hold on. Let's do this
Well,
one
you will
time.
got that click. Right?
Yeah, man.
This is how you learn to properly produce music.
Yeah.
This is like. Oh shit. Got the bass lines.
Okay, it's getting there.
Ooh.
Then we're gonna add like a campfire sound.
Let's go.
Alright.
So you just make mine sound like it's super lazy, man. This is like 10 times more effort than I put into mine.
Hey man, it's the same song, man.
It is, but it's so much more happening, man.
Alright, there you go, man.
Dope,
That's a
man. It's dope
beat.
shit, man. It's dope, dope.
Alright.
So from now on, this is gonna be the
theme song?
yeah, man. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna plug you.
Alright.
For sure, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's great, man.
Alright. Cool. Thanks for
Huh?
having me, man.
Hey,
It's
thanks
a
for
lot
coming,
of
man. Thanks for coming. So thanks for like this episode especially. It's really special to me because like it's the first Sabahan that actually has came on the show.
fun. Oh,
Yeah,
thanks,
man. I don't think I have any other Sabahans.
I'm honored, man.
Yeah. So for your girlfriend, it'll be after you, lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just the second
It's
one.
the second one, yeah. It's the second one. Hey, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for
Thanks
that
for
awesome
having
beat.
me, man.
Thanks for making
Cheers.
my shit like 10 times better.
Yo, no, anytime.
But yeah, obviously when I saw him do it, I was like, fuck, man. What I did was like super lazy, man. This is like super. To you, it's like easy peasy. Even that I had to like took me like a good an hour.
Yeah, it took me 10 years to do it like that. You know, so
That's
it's
true,
like-
that's true, that's true.
Yeah.
Practice makes things
practice
perfect,
makes
man.
things perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
I mean, thanks for coming, man. So usually before we sign off, I usually let my guests, plug whatever other platforms they have.
Okay.
So go, man.
All right. So you can follow me on Instagram, MKNK official. That's mostly that. And yeah, follow me on YouTube too. I'll be releasing a lot of music videos this year.
Yeah.
So you can look for MKNK, and what's gonna happen is that Monk is gonna come out, MONK, because MKNK is not famous enough yet.
Yeah.
But just click MKNK and you'll find me there.
Right. Awesome. So Twitter, anything? No.
Twitter as well,
Same.
MKNK Music.
MKNK
Yeah,
Music.
so mostly I'm active on Instagram and YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, these two
right.
platforms.
You'll plug your channels in the description below.
All right.
Hey, thanks for coming, man.
Yo,
Thanks
no
so much for
worries,
coming.
man.
Again, thanks
Thanks
so
for
much,
having
MKNK, Clinton Liu. So yeah, this is it.
Alright.
Let me know who you guys want to listen to next episode. If you guys are into the sort of music thing we did today, if you guys are open to it, we'll do more of that. Doing this is kind of like a different sort of way of doing a podcast, and I kind of like it.
Yeah,
I fuck with it, man.
This is the first time I'm doing something like this as
It's
well.
nice,
so
man.
it's
I didn't know like we can actually set this up as well.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
now you know.
Yeah, man. Now I know. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Cool.
much for coming.
Cheers. Thanks.
Peace out.